we decided to engage the leadership of the police because they had reached out to us yesterday and this morning that they wanted to meet us. So we met with them and said, look, this Nima road, we use it every day. Allow us to do our peaceful demonstration. Nothing will happen. They said, no, we have a court order, so you can't use that route. Then we said, okay. But in that same vein, we also have filed a stay of execution. So you can't enforce your order. And you know that better than we do. Because you are the people and with the responsibility of enforcing the law. So why do you want to accept one thing from the court, but undermine another process from the court? That is unprofessional of you. No problem. We don't want to fight you. We want a peaceful demonstration. The issues affecting us, for which reason we are embarking on this demonstration, affect you, the police, as well. So, can we come to a compromise? Because your routes and the end location you are proposing or imposing on us has no meaning, has it is in discord with the purpose of the demonstration. We should go to Independence Square for what? And to address who? There is nobody at the Independence Square. So who should we go to the Independence to address? Look at the size of the Independence Square. We should go there and address who? The demonstration is against the government. The head of the government or the seat of the government is the Jubilee House. Of course, ministries, because the president and his vice work with ministers. So we said we'll go to ministries the second day. And of course, parliament, who are the protectors of the public purse and have oversight over the executive. So we said, can we take out Jubilee House as a compromise? Let us use the ring road. When we get to Akweje, we will branch and go to ministries and address the protesters at ministries and bring the demonstration to a close by 4 p.m. So you want us to close at 4 p.m., we will close at 4 p.m. But we won't go to Independence Square. What is the distance between Independence Square and ministries? Let's stay at ministries. Why? Because that is where the managers of this country are. And they are the ones we are demonstrating against. And the police have already approved our going to ministries and parliament for tomorrow. So why should you have a problem with us going to ministries? They said we should allow them to make some calls. After the calls, they told us that orders from above, this one too, they won't agree to. Then we said, what do you expect us to do? To go by the route you are imposing on us and go and end at Independence Square and go and talk to the empty chairs there or what? And so if that is the case, we don't want a confrontation with you. Then we are not moving. We will stay at our brass spot. So if you were there, I'm sure you heard me addressing the crowd. And I told them that we are for peace. We are not for violence. The police say they will not let us move, but we will also not use their route. And that we were going to stay at our brass spot. And that is what we're doing. Whilst various speakers were delivering their speeches, we saw the police pushing young men, protesters who were gathered in front of them. And here I'm talking about the police officers who had mounted a blockade on the road, on that ring road, stretch of the Kwame Nkrumah interchange. And so we tried moving closer to see what was happening. It was then that we saw the police firing tear gas. And immediately they started firing tear gas. See, the whole thing was choreographed. Immediately they started pushing them, and the guys were going back. They started firing tear gas. And then immediately we saw people throwing stones. And these people were not Arise Ghana demonstrators. These were agents provocateurs planted in our midst by the police. That is what they did. And that is why even before that incident happened, if you listen to my speech, when I first addressed the demonstrators, I said that we have information that there are policemen in a Arise Ghana t-shirt among us, and they've been sent to cause trouble. I said it before it happened. And we arrest people throwing stones at you. We give them to you to arrest and detain, and you protect them and shield them from arrest. I mean, where in the world have you seen something like this happen? And even after that provocation, after meting out those brutalities to us, we were still on fast. We were not provoked. We managed to gather the people again. You heard some of us speak to them. The language was a language of peace and de-escalation. and we tried to calm nerves, and the situation was stabilized a bit. And when we managed to calm nerves and were delivering speeches, we were not done. It was just left with about 3 speakers to speak. Then we saw them driving at top speed. When you are driving your vehicle in the midst of a crowd at that top speed, what do you expect? And then they started spraying hot water on us. Some of us fell down. Our chairman, members of Arise Ghana were attacked and all that. Totally needless. So even if we were not demonstrating and we decided to stay at circle, it's circle, not a public space. What is the big deal? That in Akufo-Addo's Ghana, you can't demonstrate on the Nima Ring Road, you can't go to the Jubilee House, you can't go to ministries, you can't stay at circle. What country are we living in? But we are not we are on fast by this, and we will not be cowered into silence. We have seen their threats. Our hands are clean. Our conscience is clean. We are not afraid of anything because we believe in the course we have chosen for ourselves. We believe in what we are doing. And today, the youth of this country showed in very clear terms that they've had enough of the intimidation. They've had enough of the human rights violation and police brutalities. They've had enough of the hardships in the hands of this tyrannical, barbaric Akufo-Addo Bawumia administration. And so we will not belabor the point because the job is not yet done. We still have tomorrow. And I can inform you that that demonstration will come off as planned. Fortunately, the police have not opposed the second day of the demonstration. They've not gone to court relative to the second date of the demonstration. They've not sent any signal that they are unhappy with the route, and we don't expect them to do so. And so we've not been served with any orders prohibiting us from demonstrating tomorrow. And therefore, I would like to use this medium to invite all supporters of Arise Ghana, all Ghanaians who turned up for today's historic demonstration, not to relent, not to give up, not to give in, but to arise tomorrow morning as well and meet us at Airwalk. We gave the police 12 p.m., but we would like them to come early so that we can start early and close early. And we are going to stick to the route we communicated to them, and the route we have all agreed to for the demonstration. And it is our hope that the police will behave responsibly tomorrow. Many of the protesters have been injured. We've constituted a team. They are currently visiting them in their homes and in the hospitals and ensuring that they get the needed health care. We are also aware that some of the protesters were arrested and have been detained at Adabraka, the police headquarters, and so on. One person was arrested for telling the director of operations of the police that your uniforms are sold with our taxes. Immediately he said that they arrested him. That is how ridiculous this thing is. Yet they are issuing statements playing victim and trying to create an impression that we were there to cause violence. We didn't go there with guns. We didn't go there with tear gas. We didn't go there with sticks. We didn't go there with stones. We went there with our voices. We went there in our numbers. We went there to protest against high cost of fuel. Is that a crime? We went there to protest against the obnoxious e-levy, which to us amounts to thievery, which is leading to job losses, collapsing the Momo industry, and imposing untold hardships on Ghanaians. We went there to protest against the infamous Ejaboni deal, in which this government is seeking to appropriate the mineral royalties of this country for themselves in perpetuity. We went there to protest against corruption, wastage, profligacy, ostentation. We went there to protest against the looting of state lands, especially the looting of Achimota Forest Reserve lands and other state lands in Accra. And I'm happy the Member of Parliament for the area is here to support us. We want to thank all the people who came today. Yes, we have suffered casualties. Comrade Benamoda will be speaking, but I want to make this point. We suffered some casualties. We regret the situation. We are pained as leaders and organizers of the demonstration that such a thing has happened to our comrades. And we empathize with all of them. We stand with them and will provide them with all the needed attention and support every step of the way. But this should not discourage us, because if we get discouraged and we give up, the oppressor would have won. Yes. And until they stop oppressing us, we must not stop resisting them. Yes. And so tomorrow, the demonstration is going to be peaceful. We are telling IGP Dampare, COP Tete Yaunu, the Director of Operations, Siraj, Henry Otu, and his men, that look, we are not your enemies. We are your brothers, we are your sisters, we are one people. If the cost of fuel is reduced today, the police men and women will benefit from that. And so we are not at war with you. Stop behaving as if Ghana is at war. Stop behaving as if we are in a banana republic. Stop behaving as if we are in Afghanistan or Somalia. This is a constitutional democracy governed by the rule of law. Even if you disagree with peaceful protesters, this is not the way to go about it. We are still ready to engage you, despite your dishonesty, your unprofessionalism, the violence you have deployed against us, and the bad faith you continue to show, because you are still the Ghana Police Service, and you are funded with our taxes. Thank you very much.
For more news, visit graphic.com.gh or log on to Facebook at Daily Graphic and on YouTube at Graphic GH.
Subscribe now.